Raw Amber. Fitzgerald goes up. Here's Episode. And the bookmaker about to join the line, and they'll be set to go. Now Episode goes up. Del Quarren set. And the bookmaker goes to the outside. Set for the first. Opening race under lights, and they're off and running now in the first event, and Happy Kid on the inside bounced away quickly with Le Flambeur. Fitzgerald and Oakstream is up fourth early. A little bit tardy away from the gates as Raw Amber is back a clear last when they settle down. Into stride they come, and Happy Kid led Le Flambeur, and moving up third is Episode around the outside of Oakstream. Fitzgerald and the bookmaker out Deacon. Academics the inside, 2 for the back Gothic Titan, 3 to Del Quarren and 5 to Raw Amber last of all. Into the back, heading to the 1,000-metre mark, and Happy Kid by 3/4 Le Flambeur. 2 further back is Fitzgerald third, a half outside at Episode. Then Oakstream and the bookmaker 3 deep on the inside, then Academics 1.5, then to Gothic Titan. 2 further back Del Quarren and 4 or 5 Raw Amber. Off the turn at the 850-metre mark, and the leader Happy Kid. 3/4 Le Flambeur from Fitzgerald third inside Episode. The bookmaker's been 3 deep most of the trip, goes up fifth around Oakstream, is bottled up in the middle. Over on the inside Academics, and then pulled to the outside Gothic Titan. 2 further back Del Quarren and 3 last of all Raw Amber. 550 out now, Happy Kid from Le Flambeur Episode. Further out is Gothic Titan, 5 deep around the bookmaker Fitzgerald. A half further back Oakstream, about 3 lengths off them, and Del Quarren has pulled out deep. A gap to Academics, up to the turn now. The leader is Happy Kid from Le Flambeur, and Gothic Titan joins in out wide. 2 further back in the race Episode, and Oakstream's a good way off them from Fitzgerald. Gothic Titan sprinted to the front of the 200-metre mark. Quickly raced clear now from Happy Kid. Then further back Le Flambeur, and Del Quarren finishing hard. Del Quarren after Gothic Titan. Gothic Titan in front. Del Quarren's got it, and Del Quarren gets up to win a half length. 2 Gothic Titan, 2 away third Oakstream. Then Le Flambeur, Happy Kid. Further back then is the bookmaker, followed by Episode. Then Fitzgerald, a long gap up Academics, and tailed off in the race is Raw Amber. Del Quarren's race number 2 tonight. Orange lights blinking on top. Field of 12. And the Sting drawn the inside. Set to go. Oh, a bit of movement towards the centre gates here. One trying to get out over the top. It may have been regulations, not quite sure, just couldn't see the rider's cap. Signal given, they're happy with them, and they're off and running now. A little bit slow away is All Attack. The other runners have bounced quickly, with the Sting going out fast, the favourite, and landing in front of Queen Ruby, and further out is Marstick, and Summerstone showing good speed. Settling down, the Sting led from Summerstone, Marstick wide. Queen Ruby back near the inside, a length and a half, Vertrag from Prince of Rebels. Then came Happy Summer around Cannonball, 1.5 regulations, a half Grammy Award, 2 further back in the race Shutter. And tacking on now is All Attack. Off the 800-metre turn, Marstick very deep, but travels up on the outside in blinkers tonight for the first time and takes the lead. Led a half length, can't cross over the Sting, pushed up inside it again. A length further back in the race then came Summerstone third. They're followed back behind those to the outside by Prince of Rebels. Happy Summer is there looking for a run through regulations from Cannonball. Further back then Vertrag coming up to the turn. Marstick a half the Sting before the bend. Regulations getting to third, running on fairly, and then Summerstone where they straighten up, but Marstick has gone for home and boots away. Marstick straightened up, race 3 in front now from regulations, then the Sting, and further back in the race running on All Attack. Marstick's home tonight, it's going to break through, is holding regulations, followed by All Attack and Cannonball. Marstick's on the line by a length. Second is regulations, 2 away third, a good run All Attack after missing the jump. Then Cannonball, further back Grammy Award the outside, further back the Sting, they got him on the, just before the corner, followed by Shutter. Well back Queen Ruby, followed by Prince of Rebels, Vertrag, and near the tail is Summerstone. Retrench coming up to its gate now. Yellow lights are up, just about set to go. Now just about ready. Racing. And Lambarda Boy got back as per normal after the start. Sporting Hero has jumped away fairly. One of the first out here on the outside would have been St Christophe, but there goes Sporting Hero, and the Bush Flyer has taken up the running now from outside at St Christophe, and pushing up on the inside now is Bush Outlaw, but Sporting Hero's got too much toe and leads now from St Christophe, and Bush Outlaw a length further back, then He-Man deep around the outside of Della Vista, 1 Crepitus, then Retrench from Bit of a Dancer further back, Storm Rebel and Lambarda Lambada Boy. At the 750 metre mark now, and the leader is Sporting Hero about a half in front. He-Man is tracking deep, has gone up on the outside, the grey to join him. Back in the middle, St Christophe, and then came Della Vista up to fourth. Crepitus is now deep. Bush Outlaw the inside, retrenched the middle. Storm Rebel off the track from Bit of a Dancer, and Lambada Boy tacking on, but was checked, and they bunch up. It's on the inside, Sporting Hero, St Christophe, He-Man. Della Vista makes a line of four, and this favourite's under enormous pressure. Della Vista swept straight past it as I was nailed to the rail, and Della Vista raced to the lead from St Christophe, retrenched down the outside, running on late. So is Bush Outlaw. Della Vista in front. Bush Outlaw picking it back. Della Vista the leader. Della Vista a half neck to Bush Outlaw. Third's tight. Retrencher on the inside, Lambada Boy. Then Storm Rebel, and further back in the race came St Christophe. Well, the bubble burst in town for Sporting Hero. Further back then He-Man, and one of the last in Bit of a Dancer, bar one. Last of all is Crepitus. Just about ready to run. New Kingston going up to the outside. Set to run. 13 running. And they're just about set. The stalls are back and they're off and running in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup. And on the outside here, second coming Bounce Quickly. Shortly after the start, Prince Standard was showing speed, and so was Josh Dix from Brilliant Poet. Further back in the race, Zdenka, followed by Star Cossack, then Bolter. Our Triumph a length further back, New Kingston, and then Our Unicorn. Further back in the race, Midnight Babe, Sky Bow, and Enjoyment last of all. To the 2000 they race, up to the top turn on the first round, and Prince Standard second coming together. A length and a half in front now from in third placing Brilliant Poet. Josh Dix trying to get in. Running fourth, coming down the straight now from Star Cossack. They're followed by Zdenka, 2 lengths further back, Our Triumph, outside it then Bolter. Pace is okay with a lap to go. 3 lengths behind Bolter is New Kingston, 2 to Our Unicorn, who's got 3 behind him. Midnight Babe on the inside of it, Enjoyment, and 2 last of all, Sky Bow. 1700 metres to go in the Grosby Gold Cup, and second coming looking for the front. He's about a half in front now from Prince Standard. He pushed up and they slapped on the speed, about 5 lengths in front now from Brilliant Poet. Then Josh Dix fourth, the outside, a length then to Star Cossack, followed by Zdenka. On the inside, then Our Triumph, 3/4 further back in the race, Bolter. 2 to New Kingston, 1 further back in the event then. Came on the inside, the head of the others would have been Enjoyment. Outside it, just ahead of it, Our Unicorn, followed further back by Midnight Babe and Sky Bow. He finally got the front on second, coming into the back at the 1200 metre mark. He led by 3. Prince Standard second, 4 further back, Brilliant Poet. The pace will suit the back markers at the moment. Star Cossack fourth, 5th the outside, Josh Dix. 1 then to Our Triumph, followed further back by Bolter. Then Zdenka as they start to run along, and there goes Our Unicorn. He's making his run at the 900 metre mark around the outside of New Kingston. 2 further back, Enjoyment waiting on the outside of it, then Midnight Babe from Sky Bow. At the 800 metre turn, and the leader still second, coming 1.5 Prince Standard. A length further back, Brilliant Poet third. They're followed further back by Star Cossack fourth, followed by Josh Dix. Behind those is Our Triumph. Where's Our Unicorn? He's under the whip. He's back about 8 lengths from them. Further back, New Kingston. Enjoyment went back to second last. At the 550 metre mark, Prince Standard hit the lead from second coming. Brilliant Poet after the leader. 2 for the back, Star Cossack. They're followed further back in the race by Zdenka. Our Unicorn 4 or 5 lengths off them, hard ridden from Sky Bow and Our Triumph. But Prince Standard went for home turning. 2 lengths, Brilliant Poet, followed by Star Cossack. Then Zdenka, and Our Unicorn's not in the race, but Prince Standard, the Bolter's got this cup, one I'd say. 3 in front of Star Cossack. Zdenka battling on with Sky Bow. Prince Standard getting tired but gets home. Wins a length, Sky Bow, a half-third Zdenka. Then Star Cossack from Brilliant Poet. Well, Our Unicorn didn't fire tonight from Our Triumph. Further back in the race, Josh Dix. They're followed at the head of the others there by behind those, Bolter. Back on the inside, then second coming. Well back in the race, New Kingston. Enjoyment back second last, and with it is Midnight Babe. Beijing Soy is set. Now arc it up to come up with Ruling Region, and they'll be set to go. Ruling Region goes in, set to run. Ready to run now. Les Vos Ruler, very fractious. Settlers again, they're off and running. It got away okay, Les Vos Ruler. They've come out in a good line. Out wide on the track here and going quickly, My Serenic. With it further out, Beijing Soy. Le Capitan away quickly with Swift Encounter as they go to that first turn. Around it they go, and Les Vos Ruler is pushing forward also. Swift Encounter, Le Capitan, Les Vos Ruler, and Lindbergh is parked fourth on the fence early. Then King Cossack very deep around the outside of My Serenic. Labille away from the fence, 2 to Beijing Soy. Jade start the fence from Arc It Up, and further back Ruling Region and Travelot last of all. Down the back, they've gone to the 1,000. The pace is pretty good at the moment. The leader on the inside, Swift Encounter. 3/4 Le Capitan. King Cossack's been wide. It's gone up third. Les Vos Ruler fourth. Fifth the inside, Lindbergh. A half back in the middle. Then running sixth is the Labille. Two further back in the race, Jade Start, Beijing Soy. On the outside of those is My Serenic in the orange cap. Two to work it up. Travelot back there with it. Ruling Regent. They run inside the 550 metre mark. Swift Encounter. A neck in front now from Le Capitan. Two to King Cossack. Hard at it. Labille pushed up inside it. On the fence is Lindbergh. A length for the back. Then Beijing Soy. Then came My Serenic to the inside. Jade Start needs plenty of luck from Travelot when they come to the turn from Ruling Regent. Swift Encounter nearly a length in front before the turn now. Le Capitan's gone. Lindbergh about to get from behind the leader. Labille further out. Now Lindbergh gets out, goes after the leader. Swift Encounter with Labille coming home well in the straight. Labille out wide and Lindbergh grabbed this leader. Back on the inside then at the head of the others. Coming home well, Jade Start. Labille in front. Jade Start after it. Labille. And Labille will score from Jade Start a half length. Third out wide, Ruling Regent from Lindbergh every chance. Then Travelot, a gap in the race, Le Capitan, Swift Encounter. Further back to the outside would have been Arcade Up from Beijing Soy, followed by King Cossack, by Serenic, and Les Vos Ruler back near the tail.
There with his thoughts.
Last couple coming up. Getting set at the top of the straight here. Last couple coming in. This is the Cox Plate start for Saturday. Cool Court goes up. Just about set. Last one to come into line is No Mystery. Now No Mystery goes up. Set to run. The line is good. Stalls are back and they're off and running now, and Aperto actually one of the first to break the line. Bounced out very quickly, is prominent in the early point. He doesn't want to be there, and here's Rio Del Mar going quickly now to take up the running from No Mystery, Cool Court. Aperto is going to settle third and fourth the fence, a length and a half, Metal Trader. Then Simulation, Majestic Avenue, My Life. Brakeman further back from Joe Gar going out of the straight, and they're followed back by the last couple out of the straight, and they would have been Celtic King and last of all Creme de Celery. The leader Rio Del Mar down at the 1,600 metre turn. Led out by nearly 2 lengths now. Moving up on the inside, Aperto. No Mystery outside it, now up second. Aperto ahead away third. 1.5 Cool Court, followed by Simulation fifth the fence. A length for the back, Metal Trade at the outside. They're followed by Brakeman. In behind the field then came at the head of the others Majestic Avenue. Further back in the race and around that turn would have been Joe Gar, followed by Celtic King. Then My Life and Creme de Celery's got up out 3 deep. Into the back of the 1,200 metre mark, and the leader is Rio Del Mar. A length and 3/4 in front now from No Mystery on the outside of Aperto Park third. 1.5 Cool Court, a length for the back Simulation. Metal Trader has one off the fence, and Joe Gar 3 deep, and Creme de Celery taking off 4 wide. Then Brakeman from Majestic Avenue, and 2 further back to the last 2. Back along the inside now is Celtic King, who's gone back to the tail of the field. As they come off the 850 turn, it's Rio Del Mar in front. Moving up is No Mystery and Creme de Celery 3 out. 2 further back Cool Court. Getting a beautiful run up Aperto Park, 5th on the inside from Joe Gar. Further back then Simulation from Majestic Avenue, Metal Trader. Back behind them My Life, followed by Brakeman, and last of all in the race is Celtic King. As they race to the 550 metre mark, pressure on now, and again Rio Del Mar pushed up on the inside from No Mystery. Cool Court wider out from Creme de Celery. Aperto waiting for the run back on the inside from Simulation and Majestic Avenue. Rio Del Mar first for home, 3/4 in front of No Mystery. Aperto Die trying to get out. He's about to get clear, and Cool Court further out. Rio Del Mar went for home though, shot 2 in front. Getting out now late is Aperto, and down the outside Majestic Avenue. It's Rio Del Mar grabbed by Majestic Avenue, and Majestic Avenue comes home too well. Majestic Avenue 3/4 a dead heat for second for mine. Aperto and Rio Del Mar. Further back in the race then came Metal Trader. Cool Court with Simulation. Behind those would have been No Mystery. Then Brakeman to the outside from Creme de Celery. Well back Joe Gar. Then My Life, and near the tail is Celtic King.
Is off today. Bookmakers offered $15, but just late. That's been trimmed by 2 points.
6, just about ready now.
Tote, so clearly
last for the night. Set for a start. And the lights blinking away on top of the gates. Just about ready. BMW Cox Plate on Saturday, the 77th running. Stalls are back and they're off and running now. Kashina went back at the start. The others have jumped away in a good line. Antonia away quickly, and with it Amalfi Drive shortly after the start. Purbright was there too. So was Laney on the outside, and just behind those Imperial Air as Purbright pulls back. Settling down now, and Imperial Air's got up on the inside of Amalfi Drive, and Laney's 3 out, a length for the back Antonia. They're followed to the outside of it by Richmond here. Purbright back in the middle from a line. High Vegas deep around the outside of Rambling Rose. A length further back in the race then came at the head of the others Whiskey Glow, and they're followed 2 lengths Cadena and Kashina. They're bunched up with Imperial Air over on the inside. High Vegas tracking deep, making a line of 3. Pushing up in the middle is Lanny, and they're followed further back in the race by Antonia. Behind those Richmond here from Amalfi Drive as they come up to the turn. They're followed further back in the event by Whiskey Glow. Rambling Rose. Purbright's got back. Kashina taking off from a line, and Cadena last of all up to the turn. Lanny in front from on the outside Antonia, and Lanny went for home on the fence and kicked. And around the turn, and Lanny has shot away. 4 or 5 lengths in front now. It'll be a battle for the minors. Battling on Amalfi Drive in the middle, getting home fairly well now is Whiskey Glow, but Lanny has cantered home. It's won at about 4 lengths. Whiskey Glow's second. Kashina grabbed third from Amalfi Drive, and they're followed further back at the head of the others by a line. A gap in the race then Richmond here. Then High Vegas further back in the event. Antonia dropped off from the turn for Gadina. Purbright's only beaten 1 home, or 2 home actually. Imperial Air at last of all in the race is Rambling Rose. Oh, it's bolted in this, number 8, Lanny. Peter Mertens. Number 8, 9 second Whiskey Glow.
Now, it's raining at the Valley as they are about to jump in race 1. Here's Greg Miles.
And now, one that missed the start there was Raw Amber. Missed it by about 4 or 5 lengths. The jockey had a look around too, so there was something at the start that upset him. First out, Happy Kid. Laflambeau into stride fast. Fitzgerald into stride quickly as well. Oakstream on his outside. Episode Deep going towards the leading horses, and the bookmaker just behind them. Oakstream got into a little bit of trouble at that point of the race. She lost ground sharply. Gothic Titans third to last, staying out of trouble, but Happy Dream is the leader. Happy Kid into the back by about a half a length. Laflambeau up to second. 2 lengths away third is Episode. Outside Fitzgerald in the pink sleeves and cap. 1.5 behind those horses. Then on the inside is a Catamix. Around it then is Oakstream, and 3 deep is the bookmaker. 1.5 lengths to Gothic Titan. 2 lengths further back in the field is Del Quarren, and about 3 or 4 lengths last of all is Raw Amber. Off the back inside the 800 metres, and Happy Kid a half. Laflambeau 1.5 lengths away on the inside. Fitzgerald followed by Episode. Then came the bookmaker, who's never been on the course. Oakstream in the centre with the green and the white cap. Gothic Titan is coming around them. He's coming home very well, Gothic Titan. And next is Del Quarren tacking onto the field when they swept towards the home corner. Happy Kid is a narrow leader from Laflambeau Episode, but Gothic Titan's gone up very quickly on the outside of them now. Then Oakstream, the bookmaker struggling. Del Quarren is still running on nicely, and Fitzgerald on the rail needing to get out of a pocket. Gothic Titan shot to the lead around the turn over Laflambeau. Happy Kid, Del Quarren out wider, followed by Episode and Fitzgerald, but Gothic Titan nicely clear down the straight. Leads by 2 lengths Happy Kid. Del Quarren is really coming home well. Gothic Titan the leader. Del Quarren's getting to it. Del Quarren's raced to the front. A big effort. Del Quarren beat Gothic Titan. Oakstream got up for third. Not a bad effort. She met trouble early. Then Laflambeau, Happy Kid. In behind those, the bookmaker didn't go on after racing 3 deep nearly all of the way. Episode was next, and then came Fitzgerald. A long break in the field to Academix, who was second last, and Raw Amber, who missed the start hopelessly, trailed them all the way.
So the first to number 8, Del 1. Almost set now at the Valley for the running of race 2. They're also behind the boxes at Albion Park as well. Okay, here's Moonee Valley. Here's race 2. Here's Greg Miles.
All in now. All clear's been given. Favourite drawn the inside. The Sting. Oh, gee, what's that one in the middle of the line? Played up. Nearly got the head over the front of the gates there. Not sure which one it was. But it's settled again now. Off they go. All Attack was the one that missed at a length. The Sting ridden out of the line, began fast. Mastic out wide's going quickly. Going through fast too is Summer Stone, and the green cap to go to with the leaders, and just behind them Queen Ruby settling fourth on the rail. 1.5 Vertrag being followed by Cannonball out wide there with it. Prince of Rebels with the pink cap is next, and then Happy Summer caught very wide at that bottom turn. Regulations about a half length away, getting up on the inside. About a length further back is Grammy Award. A good way back is Shutter, and All Attack now. Mastic took took off down the side and went to the lead by 3/4 to Sting. Gauchi boots back on the favourite to hold the rail and keep Mastic working. They're followed then by Summer Stone in third placing. Happy Summer is around it. Just behind them, Regulations has run into the race quite well. He needs to get out of that pocket coming for the home. Then Grammy Award and Cannonball from Shutter and Vertragen next all attack. Mastic again moved up and took the lead. And Mastic corners by a length and a half on the Sting. Regulations is in the clear. Mastic leads by more than 2. Regulations. The Sting hasn't found much, and then all attack. Halfway up the running, Mastic is clear. Regulations trying hard. Mastic in front and will win it at last. Mastic a length and a half to Regulations second. All attack third. Cannonball fourth. Then Grammy Award and the Sting. Back behind those Shutter, followed by Summer Stone, who showed some pace before weakening. So did Queen Ruby. Prince of Rebels towards the end. Then came Vertrag, and back last of all was Happy Summer.
Late mail home and good odds. Mastic $5 even 180. 2 Regulations 230, and number 10 for third All Attack at 780. 635 Trifecta $48.60. Now they're almost set for the third at the Valley. Here's Greg Miles.
They're all in, ready to go. Sporting Hero with a green cap wears green blinkers. Off they go. The one that was slow was Lambada Boy. Bush Outlaw was away fast. So was St Christoph. As they settle down, Della Vista is third. And there's Sporting Hero going up between runners now, with the first turn coming up, and it's going to the lead. Sporting Hero over St Christoph. Bush Outlaw holding on the rails. In fourth placing, Della Vista at the first turn, and they're followed by Crepitus. Next T-Man moving up on the outside, and back behind those Retrench. Then Bit of a Dancer, Storm Rebel and Lambada Boy. Sporting Hero led down the side. About 700 metres to go. Half a length clear St Christoph. He-Man working the outside. Bush Outlaw with nice cover fourth the rail. Then Della Vista and Crepitus out wide. One Retrench. Back behind them, Bit of a Dancer, and then Storm Rebel and Lambada Boy. Sporting Hero the leader here, being pressured all the way by He-Man on the outside. St Christoph between runners. Della Vista wider, and Bush Outlaw needs to get a run through the pack as the leaders come around the home turn. Retrench is getting to the outside. Sporting Hero gone at the turn, and Della Vista shot to the lead. Della Vista in front. Retrench coming down the outside, and then St Christoph. It's Della Vista the leader though. Bush Outlaw's coming after it late. Bush Outlaw getting to Della Vista, who's holding on. Della Vista neck to Bush Outlaw. Retrench on the outside, or Lambada Boy for third placing. Then came Storm Rebel. Behind those was St Christoph. Sporting Hero found nothing when the pressure went on in the straight. Towards the end was He-Man, and Bit of a Dancer was second last, with Crepitus dropping out last.
So number 2 gets the prize. Della Vista to pay 1080, 260 over 9 Bush Outlaw 170, 6 Boz the Buzz 520, 8 Betcha Now 360, and 20s for Monster Cody. Only a couple to move in at the Valley, but they're going to go at Albion Park. So let's go to Paul, and we'll cross to the Valley when they jump.
In they go. And there's a very tight schedule on a Thursday night. High Beam the favourite, $1.75 and $1.50 from box 1. Second pick is 7 Brisbane Valley, $5 and $2.60. Number 5 Joe Donray, $7.10 and $3.90 is the third pick. This is race 5 on the Albion Park program.
There's the leading
Horse and Hound project.
All right, it looks like Moonee Valley's going to jump.
up now. Boulder was one of the first to bounce out. Second coming was away fast. The Derby winners looking for the lead early. Prince Dandan jumped well. Our Unicorn settles down towards the end of the field on the rails with about 4 behind him. Coming up towards the turn now. Prince Dandan goes through on the rail to be the leader from second coming. Brilliant Poet, and Joss Dix is settling fourth on the outside with the white cap. One further back then Star Cossack tucked away on the inside of Zdenka. They're being trailed a little further back in the field by Our Triumph over on the inside of Boulder. Then 2 lengths to New Kingston, Our Unicorn. Towards the end, Midnight Babe over on the outside. Second last is Enjoyment on the fence, and Skybow is last of all. Second coming had moved up, and the pressure's on early in the Gold Cup now as they head out of the straight, and second coming's gone to a length and a half advantage over Prince Dandan. A break of about 3 lengths further back in the field then is Brilliant Poet. On the outside is Joss Dix, Star Cossack on the fence by the 1600. 1.5 Zdenka, Our Triumph, Wonder Boulder, 1.5 to New Kingston. They're followed by Our Unicorn, should be suited by the fast pace. Next Enjoyment on the inside. Second last is Midnight Babe, and Skybow is last of all. The Grosby Cup field goes to the bottom turn at the 1200 and second coming. Happy to stay off the rails, led by about 2.5, bolted away from the pack. Prince Dandan is second, about 5 lengths back in third placing. Brilliant Poet. Star Cossack running fourth on the inside and Josh Sticks the outer. 2 lengths then to behind these our Triumph Zdenka, Boulder out wider. A couple of lengths to New Kingston. Our Unicorn has to be niggled at by Wilkinson with 1,000 to go. Then came Enjoyment. She's being followed by Midnight Babe, and Skybow is last of all off the back. 800 left to go, and second coming by 2 lengths Prince Dandan, the field bunching a little behind him. Brilliant Poet in third placing, followed by Star Cossack. Then Josh Sticks pulled to the outside to make a run from our Triumph. Behind these is Balta Zdenka getting up on the inside, and then New Kingston. Behind those horses still being hard ridden, our Unicorn spotting the leader about 7 or 8, and then Skybow, and behind it is Enjoyment, not going well at the moment, and Midnight Babe. Prince Dandan went to the lead over second coming, but Brilliant Poet's after the leader immediately. Star Cossack, Zdenka are next, and they're followed then by Josh Sticks and our Unicorn from Skybow. Prince Dandan the leader, Hall wielding the whip. He turns by 2 lengths. Star Cossack running on from Brilliant Poet, Zdenka, and then Skybow. The favourites are not there, but Prince Dandan has it shot to pieces. Leads by 3, stopping a little on the line, but Prince Dandan kept going. Wins it by 2 lengths to Skybow's run a great second. Zdenka's got up for third. Just behind her, Star Cossack, Brilliant Poet, our Triumph, and then our Unicorn. Well, the Melbourne Cup's out now. Josh Sticks behind him to finish. They were trailed in by Balta, second coming, a light of other years after that. New Kingston towards the end. Enjoyment never came into it, and Midnight Babe was last of all.
So the Grosby Gold Cup goes to Prince Dandan, number 12. Greg Hall, the rider. Pat Hyland, the trainer, 1950, 450. 310 Skybow, Zdenka 1530. This will be a good trifecta in the Cup. 12, 410 in the feature event. Now, back to...
Proven Sapphire from Jurassic Prince, and Prince Eagle got into trouble. He's the last one. Up around the top circle, wheeling for home now, and the leader is Blue Fernando. He's going well from Travelling Moss, and Blue Fernando too good. Blue Fernando beat Travelling Moss. My Flyer third. Winning Proposal was fourth. Then came Jurassic Prince.
Set at the Valley. Here's Greg.
Towards the inside, Celtic King a little slow. Creme de Celery has grabbed hold of it, and now Rio Del Mar from the outside gate zips across the field with consummate ease, and Rio Del Mar led. No Mystery with a big weight caught out wide going up to second. Aperto pushing up on the rail, and then Cool Court, 2 lengths Metal Trader Simulation. Next Majestic Avenue at the turn out of the straight, and the top weight's got in one off the fence. Just behind those horses then over on the inside is Brakeman, being followed by My Life, Celtic King, Jogar, and back last of all is Creme de Celery by the 1,500 metres, and Rio Del Mar is the leader, and it's going to lead by about 2 lengths. Aperto is following it, and on the outside No Mystery. Cool Court is fourth on the outside as they run to the bottom turn at the 1,200. Simulation tucked away fifth, and then Metal Trader. They're being followed a little further back in the field by Jogar, who's going up out wide. Just behind them, Brakeman on the fence, and then Majestic Avenue. 1.5 lengths to Creme de Celery going up 3 wide, and then Celtic King, and now My Life back at the rear of the field. Rio Del Mar hasn't gone all that hard through the first half of the race and leads about 1.5 lengths to No Mystery second. Aperto's enjoyed a lovely run on the inside third. Cool Quarters fourth on the outside with the orange colours, and Creme de Celery is charging around the field now. Cool Court went with it. Then came Simulation, Metal Trader, Jogar 4 wide at the 800 turn. Brakeman in behind the Majestic Avenue is well back, left for one long run, and back behind those horses, back behind those horses then going past the 700 is Celtic King and My Life. Creme de Celery whipped around the outside, found the lead a little early. No Mystery goes with it, and Rio Del Mar still got something left in the tank, kicking back on the inside to again run to the lead. Cool Court out wider is fourth, but running on, and then Aperto, who's still got something left running into it. It's Rio Del Mar taking the lead again by about 1 length to No Mystery, and Aperto needs to get out of the pocket, and then Cool Court. Majestic Avenue running on in the pink cap. Rio Del Mar has done it all out in front, led by 1.5 lengths. Aperto's in the clear. Majestic Avenue charging home on the outside. Rio Del Mar, Majestic Avenue going home the better, and then Aperto, but Majestic Avenue 3/4 of a length, dead heat second, either Aperto or Rio Del Mar. Cool Court next, then Simulation, and they were followed further back in the field by Brakeman. No Mystery found the weight too much, and then came Metal Trader, Creme de Celery, Jogar, My Life, and Celtic King back at the tail end of the field.
So the winner is number 5, Majestic Avenue, and Damien Oliver scores to pay 11.63.40, and a photo for second and third after
race 10. Here's the bunny. Ready? racing. Or Croatian Cowboy began absolutely beautifully. He's straight on the bunny, the favourite. Pushing through to second was Hot Water. The fence next was For Keeps, but ran very wide. Silver Frog in trouble. They were followed further back then by Becky's Reward. Then Rotkara, Darky and Grappelli last of all. Well, they're down the back. And Silver Frog has recovered from a bit of trouble. And For Keeps also, it's outside. They match it. They were followed by Croatian Cowboy. This is a rough race. Then Hot Water as they come to the turn. Croatian Cowboy kicking back. Coming through. Becky's Reward getting a late run. Finishing over the top of them. Becky's Reward beats Croatian Cowboy.
And kicking through along the inside here is Imperial Air to go to the lead from Amalfi Drive, and Lanny on the outside is third but caught wide. Antonia is next, also covering a lot of ground over on the outside. Just behind them Per Bright over on the rails, and with it is a line. They're very tightly bunched in the lead, and High Vegas has whipped around the outside quickly to join the front runners. Back behind those horses then is at the head of the other horses Rambling Rose. A good way back is Kachina out wide around Gardena. Per Bright's got pushed back towards the tail end of the field. Lanny in the blue cap goes to the lead. Antonia's coming at it around the outside. Imperial Air under pressure the fence, and then Richmond here. Whiskey Glow getting into the clear, and then Amalfi Drive, but Lanny led nicely around the home turn. She's put 2 or 3 lengths on them very quickly with a good turn of foot. Whiskey Glow running on with Kachina down the outside, but Lanny will bolt in the last. And Lanny goes on to win it by about 4 lengths. Whiskey Glow grabs second. Kachina probably third from Amalfi Drive, and then came a line behind them. Gardena, Richmond here. Antonia dropped right out of it, followed by High Vegas. Back behind her to finish in the race. One of the last to go over the line there, Per Bright, followed by Imperial Air, who led before weakening badly, and Rambling Rose last of all. Last favourite, Lanny, has scored very easily to pay 380 and 190, just bolted away from them. Race wide early, but crossed and led by a couple of lengths, and just wonderful acceleration, had it won when she swept around the home turn. Second to number 9, Whiskey Glow, and third to number 1, Kachina, who's done her best work late with 58 kilos from the outside gate. But Lanny's been far too good. She's won her last couple at Traralgon and Moe, trotted in at Moe, and she's absolutely repeated the dose here. Went to the line hard-held with something in hand, and she's been back from 3s to 5 to 2, setting the putters home happy in the last on the program. And there was 11,365 of them here, down a little on the first meeting a few weeks ago of 14,000, so 11,365. Not bad, because I guess when most people were thinking of coming, it was raining, and things did clear up though. Straight 6 will carry over. A big pool for Cox Plate Day here on Saturday, $235,000. $235,000. 4 lengths she's won by, half a length between second and third, and the time 111.6, 111.6 in the last of the evening. Interesting news too, if you hadn't caught up with it, that Frankie Dettori is going